you guys stay here. Yeah, you can't go. Don't wag your tail at me like that. We'll be back though. I only have enough mental comprehension and physical abilities for one of you. And you're not a little butthead like she is if I don't take her. Like if I took you instead of her, well, one, you wouldn't be able to go this distance, but if I took you instead of her, she would be a little turd the whole time. Yeah. The whole time. Hold on. Hold on, you. Will you stop spinning around? Okay, do I got keys? I got keys. Don't be wrapping me around. No spin me round, right round, like a record, baby. Okay, Riley, you're staying. You gonna stay? No, Riley, you're staying. Frickin' Mari's like frickin' trying to break the camera. She's so excited. Except because she's pulling so hard. She gets like 3 steps and then she has to scratch herself because her harness hits her itchy spot. If she just didn't pull herself, she'd be fine. What are you doing? Why? And she has been so weird this morning. I don't know what her deal is. So weird. She's probably gonna poop again, I bet you. What are you doing? We're gonna go our normal route, you weirdo. You know this route. This is the OG. The OG route. Yeah. Sunglasses on. Probably should have put my other signal. No, because once we get out of this first mile, we will be completely exposed to the sun. Oh well. This is gonna be marked as a trail run, even though we're not gonna be doing any. I mean, technically it's a paved trail, so we'll be okay. Okay. Where are you going? Okay, sounds good. Oh, okay, we just need to get past the people here. This is crazy. I figured she was gonna have to go potty. I didn't want to get started if she was going to go potty if I had to stop right away. Oh, it's ridiculous. Oh, okay, we're going to change camera views. Go. Nothing happening downtown on a Sunday morning other than the homeless people wandering around. And Nari being ridiculous. What her deal is this morning. It's like just being completely weird. Ran him upstairs or ran him downstairs to go to the bathroom. We came back upstairs and Nari's like, I ain't going back in that apartment. I'm like, what the heck is your deal? And then I had to go and grab her and pick her up. A weirdo. Okay, this is kind of awkward because this lady up here, I would have just ran past her if I would have known she was are going to be going the same way we are. It's like where we're going, that's just like weird. Like nobody's going this direction. Why is she coming from the same place we are, walking the same direction? But nope, Ari, come on. We'll just go across the street up here. It'd be really weird and random if she's walking across the street the same place too. Where are you going? Come on. Go across this way. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Right. Sniff things, of course. All right, let's go over here. Get your little butt head. Come on. Nope, this way. I know, you're like... She's like, oh man, I get to say hi to the dog. Oh, yeah, that's why we went out to the street. What are you doing? Oh, geez. Ari, quit. Gosh dang, she's a freaking nutsoid this morning. We're being a spaz. Like, I get it if, like, she saw a squirrel or something. But she hasn't seen anything yet. What the hell? Oh. A couple of years ago, on this little section right here, it's the street. This is Holter is what the street is called, and there's a segment on this whole thing. It's called the Holter Hill Climb or something like that. Holter Street Hill Climb. You may not be able to tell, but it's a hill. That's why I'm out of breath right now. But I was training for a pretty hilly marathon, and then the fact that this is like my recovery run route, because it's a good 10K route. So at one point I popped up and it was like, you know, gave me the notification that, hey, whatever it is, congratulations, you're the local legend or whatever. And so that of course means that somebody else got a message saying, uh-oh, you're not the local legend anymore. Well then, like the next day, I got that, uh-oh, you're not the local legend anymore. I could care less. about local legend status. But I ended up with, when I got that message, I clicked on the person to be like, oh, who's this person? It was some just random guy. And he was the one I took it away from. And so, like the next day, he came out here and just did up and downs on this street, like 8 of them, to get his local legend status back. And I'm like, I don't care that much about local legend. Like, who cares, type of thing. But I do like to mess with people. And so I came out here the day after that, and I did 20, because that was I needed to do hill repeats anyways. I did 20 of them up and down on this thing. So 20 up, 20 down, like 20, complete thing. I guarantee I took it back, and just because I knew I was gonna piss him off, and never heard from the guy again. I mean, eventually he got it back again, because I just don't do it very much, and I travel and everything, so it's like whatever. That's something that always, every now and then, like if I go to like Madera Canyon, and I'll run some of those segments like twice, and then all of a sudden I'm like, local legend, I'm like, I've only ran it twice, like what the hell? Or even once. There's some segments I ran one time, and all of a sudden I'm the local legend. It's like, how is this a segment if there's not like that many people running on it, But and then you'll hold it for like 90 days, because it's a rolling 90-day window, and then eventually somebody else takes it. Because you keep it, like, even if you can keep it more than 90 days, it's just a rolling 90-day window. So say today nobody's ran that street for 90 days. So today, my one time, I'd be like, your local legend, because because it's outside of the 90-day window, if nobody's ran it, would be 0. But whoever was the last local legend, we get an email saying, oh, you're not local legend anymore. You're doing the same thing. So now I could, my one time making me the local legend status, if nobody runs it for 6 months, I'll maintain the local legend. But all somebody has to do is just run it one time and take it away. Once I get outside the 90-day window. If you're within that, you have to one-up them. So somebody would have to run it 2 times within the window. So it's kind of stupid the way they do it. That's why I don't care about local legend. Because it'd be like, so say within the 90-day period, somebody just runs it once. Like day 89, somebody runs it once. Well, because they didn't one up me, I'll still be the local legend. And then if nobody runs it, it's not like once we get outside, 2 days later, I've ran it 0 times. You would think it would just automatically default to that guy or girl being the local legend. But nope, that's not how it works. You have to do it one over. So I could still, even though that person did it on day 89 of my 90-day window. Okay, Naria's being super frustrated. She keeps stopping. So then I'm stopping. It's so hard to get going again afterwards. But it's like, as soon as I stop, then she takes off again. It's like, when you stop, it's just gonna break my back in half. Oh, I'm starting to feel my fin. Feel my shin. No, it's not really my shin, it's the tendon on the front of my ankle that I injured at Cocodona. It's been inflamed ever since, but the pain has gone away. About a week ago was the last time I felt the pain on it. I'm starting to feel it this morning. I think we're doing roads. Now I have one pair of road shoes in my vehicle. So I know you'd have like really cushy, they're more of a tempo day shoe. I was thinking about that the other day. So I had to get on Running Warehouse in order to get some Mafate Speed 4s because my local place doesn't have any. And you need a water drink? Okay, go ahead. You can get some. You want to drink the? Come here. Drink some out of the thing. No, not the. You know how to drink off of a sprinkler. What are you doing? Why do you keep going over there? No, Mary. There. Right there. Okay, you good? Okay. What she was doing, she didn't want to get wet by the sprinkler for whatever reason. Never bothered her before. But then I had to point. It's like, you weirdo. You know how to drink off of a sprinkler head. Originally when we were coming up behind them, it's like, I know you can hear us coming up behind you. But yeah, there was a lady coming from the other side. And the old guy like jumped down on the tree and said, like, God damn, now I gotta go way around you. And then right then it's like, well, they stopped or whatever, but still. And they just kind of right in front of us all the way over to look at whatever. I don't even understand. I don't know how to feel. So we're getting some smoke today. I think for the next like couple days from fires in British Columbia, Canada, and so it's pretty hazy. It doesn't smell like smoke or anything like that. It is pretty hazy. You can see how hazy it is. Can't even see across the valley to the mountains. But the feel, because it's kind of cool, like the temperature, and then the haze, just the feel of it, and everything gives me flashbacks of running in DC this time of year, because The haze there would be from humidity, which just has that kind of the same feel. Oh gosh dang it, I never turn my distance and stuff, the overlay on. Hold on everybody. Okay, well that's turned on. We are actually 1.5 miles, exactly 1.5 miles into this, so we'll just add on to that. All of a sudden I just was looking at the map and I'm like, that map ain't right. I still don't necessarily know as if it updated. Should be good. Wow, there's a lot of people here at this trailhead. I don't usually see that. There we go, now it's updated. I was like, I know that map was right. I didn't want to turn it on when I was in the apartment because you don't need to know exactly where it's at. But I'm gonna turn it on after a little bit. I forgot. I just smell like cows. We are a long ways from a place where anybody can have livestock. Maybe somebody just put a bunch of, spread a bunch of like manure or whatever for the garden or something. You never know. Even though that stuff's usually not stinky. There you go, girl. Morning. Yeah, that's a lot of people here at this trailhead. Usually see a couple people, usually like some old people. That'll come in off of this trailhead, but not usually driving and parking. It's usually rich old people that have these houses right here in this neighborhood, because they are very expensive houses. So it's usually more retirement age, because the people that, you know, they bought their house way before housing boom, so much more affordable. Now ain't gonna happen. It's like $1 million houses right here, and they're nothing special, but it's cheaper than Bozeman. That's the reason why I live in Helena now, or own a place in Helena. It's my base, base camp, I guess, or base home. Still own a place here, but I rent it out now, so. Yeah, look at how hazy it is. Like even the scratch gravels are pretty hazy. You can kind of make out some of the near the North Hills, but you definitely can't see the mountains across the way in the wilderness area. You can't even make out Sleeping Giant or anything like that. So visitability would be about like 7 miles or so. No, it's gotta be further than that, because looking towards the Continental Divide, I know those mountains are probably 10 miles away. We'd barely make those out. I mean, the wilderness area is 20 miles away, so just try visibility about 10. I get it. Old guy. he was not gonna move. The lady moved. He was gonna stand his ground, but I get it. I should have been passing on the other side, but I already had other ideas. I'm not gonna yank her. And you saw that she was just going where she was going. It's an older pup, so he's like barking once, and then I can hear him breathing. And he's like another bark. It's like that video of that cat that was going around on TikTok, and it was, you know, if you're using his memes, like when you're grumpy but you're old or something like that. The cat was coming up, and the cat was like laying in the windowsill or whatever, and just like started to growl and like hiss, and then was like coughing like you could tell it's an older cat. It's just like a cat my mom used to have, which is still funny because, no, okay, the cat passed away. That's not the funny part, but it was old and did not like Nari one bit. It would kind of do the same thing, like growl and then be like cough, like had emphysema or something. Yeah. But the funny thing is, cat passed away like probably a year ago now, and still, whenever I go visit my mom, who is really old, and she'll be like, Cinnamon passed away, blah blah blah, and all this, and it's like, yes mom, it's been like a year now. I've seen you I don't know how many times since then. Like, I know, but I have to keep hearing the stories, all these, you know, same stories over and over every morning. And I just humor her and just listen like it's the first time she's ever told me. Unless it's something stupid, like the fact that her cat passed away a year ago. And I'm like, Mom, I know this. And it's like every time she introduces me to someone, one, she'll introduce me to somebody, even though I've met him like 20 times. But when she does introduce me, she's always, this is my baby. Because I am her youngest. And then she'll proceed to tell them that I hate it when she calls me her baby. I've never ever said that. I don't know where she got this from. And so every time she says that, I'm like, Mom, where do you get this from? I have never said that. To the point where I will be at breakfast with some of her friends, and then, you know, it'd be like a regular waiter that, you know, waits on them or whatever, because they pretty much go regular spots every time. And she'll introduce me to the waiter, and then even her friends will be like, he has never said that. It's like, I don't know, where do you get this from? And she'll tell me the same stories about some of her physical therapists. And it's like, she'll bring up a point of why she doesn't like this physical therapist, or, well, why she didn't like going to physical therapy. And it'll be a specific characteristic about the physical therapist, but she'll say it in a way as if every physical therapist, like, is that way or whatever. And it's like, and then because she'll be like, well, my other physical therapist didn't do that or whatever. And it's like, Mom, you were doing physical therapy for a completely different thing. Like, of course, your exercises are not going to feel as hard on your shoulder versus your knee. It's like, that is why what you were doing for your knee is why you didn't like physical therapy, because it hurt and it was stuff you don't ever do, you know, all this kind of stuff. But she equates it to something with that physical therapist, not the fact that it's a completely different thing. I mean, I guess I could tell you the whole thing. It's just, she had a female physical therapist for her shoulder. And a lot of the exercises she was doing, I mean, her whole life she's used her shoulder to do it for work and stuff like that. So of course her muscles and stuff were stronger. And then, so the exercises she was doing after shoulder surgery was just to help, you know, range of motion and stuff. So she was doing a lot of, like, you know, the arm bicycle stuff and things like that. Well, then she had knee surgery and she had a male physical therapist, and knee stuff, like, one, she's not an active person, so she's not like, especially now that she's retired, she's not, and she was still working when she had her shoulder surgery. So it's not like she's a runner or anything like that. So she doesn't have the flexibility. She doesn't have the strength in her legs. You know, the range of motion, all that kind of stuff. Of course the exercises are going to be harder and everything. But the way she tells the story is, I didn't like going to physical therapy because he was a man and he was hard on me. If you had a female physical therapist, you're going to do the same exercises and you're going to say the exact same thing. Like, but it's that kind of stuff that just generalizations, like stuff like that. Just with my mom. You know, it's like, and I explained to her, I'm like, what you're saying there is no different than, you know, a cop being like, I need to pull that guy over because he looks like he's up, or what would you say? To say it in the same way she says it, he's black and he looks like he's up to no good. You know, like, really? Has nothing to do with it. But that's what they talked about that. And now, like a year later, she's like, her knees are killing her because she quit going to physical therapy. And it's like, and she'll even say that it felt better when she was doing stuff, like doing the physical therapy. So now she's going to start physical therapy again. It's like, I told her, I go, make sure you get a female this time. You're going to be doing the exact same exercises, and it's going to suck, and it's going to hurt. It's no different than, oh yeah, perfect timing. My ex-wife's grandfather, he was one of these well-to-do, you know, he wasn't like super rich, but he did well. I mean, he had enough for retirement and stuff. He was comfortable, but he talked like he was a freaking, you know, billionaire is the way he saw himself. He saw himself better than everybody, like even me. And at that time, I had a very good paying job. And my ex-wife was an accountant, so she had a very good paying job. We made pretty good money. Like, and but anyways, you could tell he was definitely like a, what do you call it, the male chauvinist type person, whatever that word is, but also not what would you say, overtly racist, like a more passive racist. But he do we need to go down to the creek? I think we're gonna go down to the creek so she can get some water. It's a little bit further, but it's okay. Because that was the 3-mile mark right there, so we'll definitely be at 4 by the time we get back here. So it would be, what is it, probably 7.6, 7.7 miles probably. But anyways, he would say things like, because the house that he had, it was like a subdivision, you know, HOAs, all that. So they had landscapers that would come and do everybody's houses, you know, paid for by the HOA. And they happened to be Hispanic. But he would just make comments like, I'm gonna complain, because they did something that he didn't like the way they cut his hedges or something, I don't know. He's like, I'm gonna complain about the way they cut my hedges or whatever, and they'll do something about it because they know where their bread is buttered. And it's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And essentially he was saying that because they're Hispanic, you know, they couldn't get any other job but being a landscaping, you know, gardener. And like, what are you talking about? And the best part about it is, this is why I hate political parties, is he was like die hard, like strong, like Democrat, like. Good morning. He like as far left liberal as you could get type of Democrat. Yet he would say things like that. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, freaking idiots. That's why all these arguments like Republicans are racist, Democrats are racist. It's like every political party has extremists, every political party has racists. So it's like Democrats don't think anybody on the left can be an extremist, which is the exact opposite. And then they call it's like the whole fascist thing. It's like, if you actually look up what a fascist is, that's like left extremists, not right. Yet the people far left are like, he's a fascist. When they talk about like Trump or whatever, and he might be, but you know, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, let's get you over here. Come on. Oh yes, I know. Hey. Hey. Come on. We'll get you some water down here. There's another spot right here, okay? So we have an opportunity to use the toilet anyways. Kind of gotta pee. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm not wandering down there. I'm past you. Cottonwoods are just crazily releasing cotton, and I just breathed one in my lung. Now do you see the cotton floating around? I do have to pee, but there is so many people over that way. Okay, you ready to go? Let's go. Let's go. Wait. I gotta get back because I don't want Riley to be all lonely. No, I don't want Riley to be all lonely. You need another drink? Okay, get one more drink. And then we'll go. No? Okay. If you don't want to drink, let's go. Come on. No, we're going back. She's like, oh man, we're not running around. This is a recovery run, not a freaking... This isn't a workout, it's a recovery run. She's like, what? What do you mean? And we'll come back out here, we'll bring Riley, okay? We'll come back out here later tonight. Because I don't know when her mom will be back, so she'll just have to. God dang, freaking thing is just stuck in my throat or my lung or whatever. Oh, she's in that frustration phase now. She doesn't like the fact that we're going back, so she does this. Oh, you're not gonna? Yeah, that's what you do. Well, don't show them what I do. Don't show them that I misbehave. They need to think that I'm the cutest, sweetest doggo in the world, huh? When really you're just an ass. Yeah, really you're just an ass. Okay. Will you stop? Sweating pretty good. Sweating pretty good now. This little kid get a little ways ahead of us. Catch him. Now, of course, there's people running behind us. They're gonna catch us. What are you doing now? I'm gonna go this side. I don't need you to wrap me around a pole. My my throat has not been the same either since running Cocodona. It's like in the mornings I can, like if I move my throat just right and try and like either talk or swallow or something, I can feel it. And this year Cocodona was not as hot and dusty as normally is either. I mean, I had two big sections the last day really where it was pretty hot and dusty. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Well, I guess the day before I had a big section, well, two big sections that were fairly hot and dusty too. The climb out of Sedona was actually fairly hot and dusty. And then the next section, it's like a, what is it, like a 16-mile section or something you do by yourself. It was pretty hot and dusty, and it was all on a Forest Service road. Okay, share the trail. Hey. Mary's such an ass. She's like, no, I'm not gonna share the trail. This is my trail. She's not as bad as Riley is though. Not if we're like out on a single track or some mountain bikers are coming by, she'll get off the trail for them because she's been taught to do that. But Riley, she'll just stand right in the middle of the trail as if saying that if I stand here, you have to stop and say hi to me. Which is no fault to Riley's owner, because she didn't get Riley until she was, what, like 5 years old or something. So she was, you know, Nari, I taught her from 8 weeks old that she needed to move out of the way of mountain bikers. See, like right now, she saw some bikers coming over, so she moved over. Hey. There's a nice cool breeze this morning, so it doesn't feel too hot. That sun is definitely hot though. This trail we're on right now is an old railroad bed, and during the height of the summer, the heat of the summer, unless you get out here at like 6 o'clock in the morning, it is so freaking hot and miserable, because it used to be just buffed gravel, and now it's black asphalt. So it just soaks up the heat, reflects the heat or whatever, and then during the day, and even at nighttime once the sun goes down, it's still, all that retained heat is just emanating off of it. Now there's only like maybe a half mile that's still buff gravel, but the rest of it is black asphalt, and it just gets hot. It used to be pretty good. Like pretty fun and everything, but now it's just, the fun part. There's a lot of cars coming through here. You're watching. Just perfect timing for a break right there. Because there's like 5 cars on the other side now. Let's see, having a garage sale over here. Right. Tiny little doggos over here, like kind of what the heck is that? Tiny dog. Like a Bichon mix, some sort, but tiny. Like their fence that they were behind was like a rabbit fence, like just maybe 8 inches high. They're barking at Nari. She looked over at him and then she looked up at me like, what's their problem? Weirdo. Well, if one of my old mods was still here before he got himself banned, perma-banned, for just a stupid reason. It wasn't really his fault, but he tried to appeal and they're like, nope. But he would be telling me to play on the swings right now. You look at these swings. I think if I put my fat ass on there, they'd be breaking. Things are old. These things are from like freaking 60s. That's like the playground equipment you see in like an old horror film or something. He used to always say when I was running in DC, he would always try and get me to stop and get a hot dog and stuff, because they have all those concession stands scattered all around the National Monument area where you could get a hot dog or whatever. Well, you used to. I don't know. I'm guessing you probably can again, but I know directly after COVID they stopped selling any like real food. You can still get like ice cream and stuff like that, but like sodas and water. I was hoping we would be out there next week. That's what my original plan was, but we got our New Hampshire trip postponed till August, and I don't really have time during that. Will you quit pulling to the side? Like, stop doing that. Because that's going to be just a quick trip. In fact, I'm only going to be able to be out there for like 4 or 5 days is all. Or, well, actually I can probably swing down to DC after that, I think. I do have to be, because I think my friends are planning on leaving like that Sunday or Monday after I get there. And I'm not going to get there until like Tuesday or Wednesday at the earliest. So I'll only have like 4 or 5 days there, where they'll be there for, probably a couple weeks. But I don't have to be back here until, actually I'm gonna have to look and see. I think I actually have to be back here by Thursday, so I won't have time. insists on pulling the opposite direction, like to the side. Now she's doing better though. I think she's tired out now. She's just figured out that spending all her energy trying to pull against me is not beneficial for her. So, that grass is growing right on top of that. Like, it's not growing through, it's just going across like a carpet on top of a hardwood floor or something. Well, thus begins the section that is still gravel. Although, actually, this should be longer than I figured, half a mile, but it's gravel on the next section, which is at least half a mile, if not more than that. It's not quite a mile, I don't think, but oh man, I gotta pee so bad. Ooh, yeah, I farted. Sweet girl. I'm pretty sure there's a spring right here. A natural spring. Wait. Nope, there isn't. Okay. The fact that she keeps freaking pulling the waist leash directly against my bladder doesn't help either. I don't think I'd have to pee that bad if she wasn't doing that. Oh. Oh man. I'm not feeling that breeze as well as I was before, so now I am like starting to get hot. Well, it doesn't wear that way, or it doesn't help that I'm wearing all black, except for my hat. My hat is white. Everything else is black. Okay, get going. That guy was not going to stop. He was like, I don't care that there's a pedestrian crossing here and you're out in the street. Oh, I could dip off to the left, go to the bathroom if there wasn't so many people around. Because the houses wouldn't be able to see me down there. And all these people on the trail sure would. That's okay. It's I don't have to go as bad as I did before. I think it was just she hasn't been pulling to the side so that the waist leash is hitting my bladder as much for the last mile. So the feeling has kind of gone away. I don't know. Maybe out playing pickleball. Oh, there's a couple, I guess. Usually this place is packed. Hopefully. Group of people, looks like. I don't get the concept of it, or like how did it even come about? Doesn't make any sense to me. Good morning. Looks like they're either getting ready to change out all the railroad ties, or they just did. One of the two. Big old stack. Never used to be there. Looks like old ones, so I bet you they changed them out already. Good morning. I think instead of going through the park, we'll go up Benton, and then where does that change into? Park Street? I mean, essentially it's just Benton. It somehow changes names at some point, even though you never turn off the street, but whatever. But maybe we'll just run up that until to the library and then come back, because there's some little creeks and a fountain and stuff that the city runs this time of year, even though two of them are not running. I don't know what they have going on. It's like, it's one of the things the entire city looks forward to, and you know, it's a big touristy area. You think if they're not working that he would fix them, but because the other ones are running. So there's what, two of them that are running, and then the fountain, and so two of them aren't running. And Nari loves them. Ooh. So I think we'll just go up Benton next to the college. The college is out, so won't be anybody around really. A few people, because they do have some summer classes, although I don't think summer classes have started yet. Definitely don't know it. Know the person, that's for sure. Okay, we're good. We're gonna go straight. We're gonna go straight, Sue girl. Yeah. She looked at me like, you mother effer. You're just trying to keep me from the dog park. Because she knows the dog park's over there. That's all that was. Yeah, there was like, talk about nobody being here. There's one car in the parking lot here at the it's like the gym and rec center or whatever for the college. That's like the basketball, volleyball court right there. Little stadium, and then they got like this attached little rec center. There's like a weight room, climbing wall. Like, and anybody, especially this time of year, anybody can use the climbing wall. It's like $10. Get in there. What are you doing? Gosh dang, she's gone completely crazy all of a sudden. Something like that. I don't know what it is. Very cheap admission. Let's put it that way. Okay, that is definitely a jet. Military jet of some sort. That is not. Don't see it. That is definitely not a civilian jet. I grew up hearing those every day. I know what that sound is. And it's gone, so that tells you it was moving fast. The clearest, or the nearest Air Force base though that has jets is like I actually don't know if it's Spokane or Salt Lake City. Air Force Base Maelstrom up at Great Falls, which is only 70 miles away. I have them. It's circling around us, so maybe it's gonna go land at Maelstrom because they used to have stuff up there. Well, even our Air Guard used to have F-16s up until about 8 years ago when they, with BRAC and allocation what do they call that? Realignments. They lost their F-16s and gained C-130s. Which yesterday there was a C-130 that freaking did a flyby. It was crazy. Like right directly above downtown and pretty low. And they do use the C-130s for the Special Forces units to jump out of. Alright, get over here, you weirdo. Why do you do that? If it's someone on a bike, she moves out of the way. If it's a person coming from the other direction, she's like, screw you. I ain't moving. It's like I'm trying to pull her out of the way gently, and she's fighting harder. Finally, I had to just freaking suck up the leash and just yank her over. You try and use gentle parenting techniques, and all that works is being hard. There's a homeless person or a through hiker, or you never know. You never know. Should be a through hiker this early. I guess they could if they're doing solo, but it's just a regular person. You got 15 seconds, you weirdo. Yeah. Oh, thank you. How about we don't go around in circles? You don't care? Okay. You gotta wait. Okay, go. No, that was just a regular person, probably gonna go down to her favorite coffee shop or whatever, read, that kind of stuff. They go down to the library. The library is actually nice here because it has a coffee shop inside of it. And that's in a nice area, other than the fact that it has so many homeless people around there. Like one of the little freaking tent cities is in a underpass right next to the library. But there's a lot of like open area, you know, open grass park area there. But that's right next to the downtown walking area. Dude, which is cool. All of a sudden, the freaking back of my knee just freaking hurt. Almost like when you have to just pop it a little bit or whatever. That kind of a pain. Didn't need to pop anything. And now it's gone. It was just like something out of the sun that was like, God dang, that hurt. What are we doing? What? Oh, she's being ridiculous now. Did you see a squirrel? She probably saw a squirrel. Don't go around the pole. Gosh dang, she's being just obstinate right now. Trying to, just pulling sideways instead of just going straight. What the heck is her deal? Well, I know what her deal is. She's bored and doesn't want to run anymore. So she's just trying to, you know, just spend time rolling in the grass or whatever. Like do her own thing, sniff trees. I don't remember if we get the next light. Yeah, we do. I couldn't remember which one is first. Will you just come on? Gosh dang. I went from not having to pee anymore to freaking damn near wetting my pants. Because she's decided she's going to pull against my bladder again. Get over here. I'm freaking leaning at like a 45-degree angle to the right just to offset how hard she's pulling. No wonder I'm having the pains in my knee. That's what it's from. Been all out of whack. Trying to just run. I wonder the way, you know, society is anymore. How many people go to church as more of just a social thing versus, you know, a religious thing? You know, if you would just quit pulling against me and just keep going, you'd already be down at the creek by now. Will you stop? Of course, it looks like this church service just got out, so now we gotta try and weave our way through all the peoples. How you go? Go. Over here. Over here. Over here. She's like, those people had treats. I want one. That's what she was saying. Come on, we got the light. Come on. Yeah, you wouldn't be so freaking tired and hot if you didn't spend 3/4 of the run pulling against me. Weirdo. It's just like when we go for a run up in the mountains. She'll freaking full send it everywhere. And then she'll finally start to settle down around 12 miles or so. And it's like, if you would just learn to pace yourself. And she can go, like, even after that, she'll still run, you know, 23, 24 miles with me. But she definitely would do better if she didn't freaking full send it for 12 miles. Because in those 12 miles, she's probably done 18. She just freaking runs everywhere, full speed. Come on. Food trucks are getting set up for their Sunday locations. Yeah, we'll go this way. You're right. The library's right there. And see, now you can come back through all the water, and we'll take our time. There's usually one right there, but it's shut down. Come on. That one's not on, you weirdo. You know this. No, come on. Will you stop? And now she's gonna spin me around because she wants to go to the one on the other side over here, which is also turned off. The bag's open for brunch. The morning brunch. Means it's late enough. Okay. Oh, come on this side. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Somebody's been, probably little kids have been rearranging the rocks to make little dams. Yeah, you slid down in there and then you played it off like, oh, I meant to do that. You weren't even that thirsty. You're like taking 2 little licks of water and that's it. All because 3 days ago, here's the little creeks right here I was talking about. 3 days ago, she saw a squirrel on this tree. So now she's like, I know it's there still. Yeah, it's not there. It's not there, sweet girl. You saw it 3 days ago. It doesn't just hang out right there. And then you got the fountain here, the famous fountain that signifies the prospecting and that made this town. The gold mines. Yeah, see, she didn't even want that. She wasn't thirsty or anything. She freaking barely spent any time in the water. Weirdo. Will you stop? Come on. She's like, I must check out this tree that I saw a squirrel in 2 weeks ago. I know he's still there. Weirdo. Okay, well officially we did 7.2 miles since I didn't start the overlay until 1.5 miles in, and it says 5.7 miles. Yeah, so it was exact, it was right. And long time. Almost out of battery. Ah, damn it. Okay, everyone, we're done because my phone's gonna die. So bye, everyone. Love you all. Thanks for showing up, and I will see you guys next time.